The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning. Sorry it took up some minutes to load up everything today. Got a lot of people here today. I'd love to see that. So hopefully you're having a great and a blessed day. Main thing today is get tablet and pen. Let's begin. If you haven't been here before, my name is Ray. Last name is Reynolds. Oh, they gave me the nickname of the Godfather credit years ago. I was on KNX radio. I've done billions of credit for people, helping them rebuild their lives and getting actually to millionaire, couple to billionaire. Let's see what I can do for you today. You got your tablet and pen? Did you write down today's date? Now, there's no pictures, there's no recording, because why? You need to put it here. That's the ultimate goal. Now, I like goodies. I like goodies. That means I like Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and a lot of things like that. So let's understand. My story is pretty simple. I started being born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She didn't want me. I got to be with a family called Mrs. Hope, rich and famous people. They were actually the she-devil from hell, using and abusing me. So I'm going to show you my little story here, how I got to million to billion. Now, I hope you pay attention too. Now, I got a couple of problems I got to tell you about. Number one, I ain't rhyming all the time because both sides of my brain work, and I write two different things simultaneously, and I have a third conversation. But my IQ is 203 at 14 with total recall. In the 6th grade, they said I was retarded. Why? Because I write with both hands talking at the same time, and I'm rhyming all the time. So sorry to say, but we're going to get through this process too. Now, I need you to look behind the curtain. Here's the problem. You've allowed people to show you the way they do things, and a lot of things they did is wrong. All right, now I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about today. I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough, security chief at TRW in Superior. Can you do me a favor? You a favor too? Pull out your personal credit cards. Let's pull them right in front of you, just for the fun of it. See, I want to show you something as a routine you should get down and understand all your cards should have a sticky in the back of the card. On the sticky, you want to write down the limit of the card. You want to maintain 25% always and never pass 29%. I'm going to show you how these two cards worth $100,000. If I did exactly what I told you to do, you'd have $71,000 of safety credit. Because this crap you're doing is kind of stupid. I'm sorry to say, it's true. You know, jacking up a car, dropping the score, can't get any more, can't ride a dilly squat. Everybody seems to do the same silly thing too. That's called a line of defense for you. Let's understand how to play. TRW stood for The Report's Wrong. Thomas Raymond Warvers. They made bicycle parts. When I was training Ken Yarborough TRW, they were bought out by 1996, became Asperian. And what happened? I designed a system that you need to play with today. You see a 25-29% rule. It's very simple. All cards use this rule, but two: good, fair, or no. That's how it works for you. So we get to play. And then the Ken Yarborough system. All right, the NACB, that organization certified me #1 consultant worldwide. So we could play. Now let's look at a corporation today. Everybody wants the American dream. Fantastic. Here's chapter 18. It's public record. I'm not here to be a CPA or attorney. Let's look at what it says: a corporation is a legal person. Do you see that? Now I was 7.5 years old when I learned this. I'm listening to a poker game at Mrs. Hope's family house every Wednesday night, writing little notes. So I'm just thinking what needs to be done. They actually told me I was kind of weird. It's okay. You know what? It says there it can be sued or may sued. So a corporation is a legal person that may sue or be sued. Well, that kind of is good or bad. What can we say? Now, I know on TikTok you see this and that, LLC, LLP. I'm sorry, there's getting a lot of bad information. Google and YouTube as well. Let me show you exactly how it works. Let's understand something today. All right, I was 9.5 years old when I finally sent away a money order. See, I took that information that a corporation is a legal person. I went down to the Torrance Police Department. Next door was a library. I walked and said, "Ma'am, what does this mean?" She walked away. She was rude. She came back and said, "Here's a mock-up. Here's a bug." I'm going to kick her in the shins. I read the bug. You've been trying to get to million to billion. I got million to 14, double billion 26. Maybe you ought to pay attention just a little bit to me too. Been helping people for 45 years. So you know what I did? After 2 years of going to that library, I sent away my little money order, Secretary of State of California, and then I got $100,000 credit cards in the mail. People got credit cards in the mail without applying back in the 70s and 80s. And then I got named in the movie Dave. We're going to have some fun today. Is that okay with you? Now understand, I'm the founder of Helping Hand Industries. I sent away my money when I was 9.5. And I'm going to tell you flat out, for 45 years, raisecredit.com, we were giving corporations for free to everybody and telling you just have to pay your filing fee. Why people spend thousands to an attorney, CPA, and incorporated service, and they kill money and learn diddly squat, I don't understand. So I did this. You know what? I got named in the movie Dave, like I said. You know what happened to me next? I was 12.5 and I got named in a lawsuit. I got a problem. I used the word Braille when I started the Orange County Blind Center. I didn't realize that was trade name, trademark, copyright. I had to learn about that too. And I'll show you exactly how, why, and I set a division process. So let's understand, you never bring the pain home using my system if you follow through. Now understand, when I was a little boy, they kept saying, "Don't put all your eggs in one basket." So I asked what that meant. You know what they kept saying? That's about it. I want you to think about something today. You got a corporation, your name's on it as a corporator. The officers list, when they sue it, they sue you. You're a duck and a sheep. There's no way around that. And if you got an LLC like these ding-dongs like TikTok say, get an LLC, another copy, it's free, all this crap. Guess what? In January, they're going to kick your assets. January 1st, 2024. They came up, that's the Treasury Department. You understand that? The CTA Act. So you got to understand by putting your ducks in a row. All right, that means a corporation in 3 divisions up to $1 million. That's what I showed the grown-ups how to do when I was a kid. Let's see if I can play with you today. Now, warning about me is pretty simple. I'm honest and I'm blunt. All right, I'm going to tell it like it is. If you follow stupid, you end up doing stupid. And you're not stupid. Now, I turn people into millionaires. Would you like to be next? Just let me know. The ultimate goal. That's why they call me the Godfather of Credit, by the way. I am going to tell you what to do, and I'm going to treat you mostly like you're 2 years old. And you're going to learn never to bring the pain home. Is that okay with you? We get to play. I've been teaching and preaching for 45 years. 45 years I've been helping people like you, generation after generation too. So let's understand, my foolproof program is very simple. If you follow through, I'll get you to millionaire. Maybe a company, I'll get you to billionaire too. Now, my clients are rich and famous too. All right, basically it's kind of fun. College professors, homeless people coming out of what? Their car. Glenn Friedman, I had to get him out of that because that was ridiculous. His son's living somewhere else. I gave him a raise 360, 450,000 of credit, new business, new car, new house. Is that okay if I do that for you? How about Giovanni got $1.6 million? Little Karen got properties in Long Beach, California. $1.2 million in 9 months. Oh, I got help people coming out of prison too, like Free Ray, Ricky, Dickie Ross. Got him gold and platinum cars up to $1 million. Thomas was in prison for 26 years. Within 8 months, I rebuilt his whole life, got him credit and a brand new dump truck. You see, the problem is you didn't learn how to play because no one told you the rules and tools. You follow ducks and sheep. Let's think about Franklin D. Roosevelt before we were born. He had the Gold Reserve Act. You and me, we probably got our SS5, SSN when we were 14 to 16 years old. Next thing is Nixon took the gold standard out. You know what that really did? Every woman at the hospital who delivered a baby is handed an SS5 form for the SSN for the baby that was born less than 2 hours ago. You see, you got to learn to play. The biggest mistake is you basically didn't learn to play the game and win. Now we have an SS5, so write that down, equals SSN equals Social Security number. That equals a 1040 tax return. You get one. One's a lonely number. It's we the people. It's basically the SSN, not even ours. And it's tax, and probate when we're dead. And they reach in the grave and take that too. And you know what the time of death at the hospital is for? State and federal government. That nothing to do with you. Now we got to compare the SS5 to SS4. You ready to compare? That form you didn't pay attention to too. Line 1 says legal name of entity, individual person. So let's understand, banks, grocery stores, and cities file bankruptcy and locations all the time. In front of you, you don't pay attention. And most of you complain, go, how'd they do that? That's not fair. All right, let's play the game. All right, put your name on line 1. Is that okay? Now, SS5 equals SSN 1040. SS4 equals 1120, known as a tax ID. This gives you a second chance to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. Now, understand, if you're a tax crook and you don't file your tax returns, do like Wesley Snipes. Just go to prison where you belong. He went for 3 years and $5 million fine. All those attorneys the CPAs had were called stupid. So if you're a tax crook, just go to prison, get the hell out of here. Now, if you want to play the game and win, you write down irs.gov, and then you write down 1244. Did you know if you play by the rules, you get to win? And the 1244 allows you and the corporation to file one single tax return and almost never pay tax again? See, the lack of knowledge is what makes people do stupid things. I don't think people are stupid. I think half of them are freaking lazy. The other bit would be a little crazy and go get it. But again, 5 reasons you want corporate credit. Number 1, hell, it's a write-off. Number 2, it's free money. All you gotta do is maintain a little payment, and you don't hurt your family. And on top of that, when I designed the division process, it's a line of defense. So you never get screwed and basically sued up too. Understand? A corporation with 3 divisions is literally $1 million of credit. It can be actually 3 million. You can build your legacy and help you and your family. Now I want to talk about free money. I'd like you to understand the average person wastes $50 every other day. So that means it's about $600 a month by the time they're done. Did you know if you took $50,000 off of a corporate credit card, you get to write it all off? So what the average person pisses away in a given month, you could actually become an investor in a product that actually worked. In other words, you could take that and finance the American dream and write it all off. Now, I think you have to think about properties, franchises, and storage units. I was 19. All right, when I basically decided I don't like flippity-dippity doos, and by the time I was 21, I stopped doing that too. Let's understand, 17, I got 19 houses. I couldn't get number 20. They kept saying my loan to value problem. What? So I transferred to the divisions I invented the process to. I freed up my credit, and then I learned to play. So I've been collecting properties, franchises, and storage units since I was a little boy. I want you to think about that too. Did you know you can buy your own income? You could actually truly buy by spending $100 a week, less than the average person wastes away. So let's think about you becoming a corporate millionaire. Would that be okay? Let's take $100 a week. We first start the analyzation, then we add history, then we do this, and we dispute, and we talked about things you need to do. You go to class, and then you do your homework. If you do it exactly what I tell you to do within 90 days, I'll guarantee you between $10,000 and $15,000 of credit, personal and business. And then you can finance and get even more. You see, there's no excuse. It's like when you're flipping properties. All right, making $50,000, I found it was a pain in the ass hat. All these, construction people, contractors, subcontractors, mechanics, lanes, all the BS is stressing on my family for $50 friggin', $50,000. Come on. At 21 years old, I realized one thing. All right, unless I can become the bank, I won't sell it. I want you to write down become the bank. The bank always wins. So every example, okay, an apartment complex, I dissect it into pieces. No problem. And then I become the bank. How? I do an assignment of mortgage. All right, and I get to carry the loan for 30 years, and I make 10 times the money I would have made anywhere else. Your problem is you didn't learn to play. Example, this nice lady, she'd been a client, her husband, and I promised him before he passed away, God rest his soul, I'd keep an eye on her. She says, I'm going to sell my house, give the money to my son's business, and go live with my daughter. I go, no, you're not. I said, no, it's not going to happen. Your husband promised you, and you promised him. Well, he's got, no, stop. I want you to do what I tell you to do. Write down leveraging and write down reference of 3 times 5. Reference 3 times 5. Write it down. I got her $3 million of line of credit. She bought an apartment complex. She bought a franchise. Under the corporation in 3 divisions, she's making over $100,000 a month now. Isn't that the way it's supposed to be? Now, she took care of the husband. No, he's gone. She took care of the son, takes care of the daughter and grandkids too. She gets to play the game. Now, if you want to learn how to do the real estate, I did millions and billions. You might want to get my books called Real Estate System. Financials become the bank. All right, once you're in the profit zone out of Nevada, next thing basically is, tax balancing and buckets of money. If you ever want those books and CDs, you let me know. You can get them for $299 during this broadcast. It's a Zelle. Take a picture of this. Click. Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecredit.com. You write down RW when you sell, and you put your address and phone number there too, so we know it's you and we ship it to you right away. Simple. I like that. Now let's look at the United States of America Incorporated. They took 50 corporations and decided to call them states. States got corporations and decided to call cities. Then they invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act. In case blankets the fan, they get to bankrupt the dead, stay in business too. You could have did the same thing, but the problem is you didn't know how to play, plus you can't have any intent to do fraud. It's called We the People. Corporation's a legal person. We get to play. Now I need you to write down division of me. Can you do that for me, please? I want you to think about something. I don't use me and abuse me like you did to you and your credit. You jacked it up, you dropped the score, you got stuck, hell, you can't get any more, and you can't write out Debbie Squat because of you and your lack of knowledge. Let's look at line 1 right there. Legal name of entity or individual person. All right, the banks, grocery stores use it all the time, in the cities too. Why don't we put your name, corp, division, or subsidiary right there? Why don't I build you a corporate umbrella of $1 million? Is that okay? And then you can guarantee it too. Division of me. Let's understand what that means. Here's a $1 million Lamborghini. Here's the keys. When I obtained it, it was $6,800 a month. And if I can't pay it, they're going to take it away. Then I'm going to have shitty credit. And then they're going to report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now I got an IRS problem, and I got double shitty credit. Well, that sucks, and I'm not stupid, so I wouldn't do that. I buy it through the corporation, and they sue the corp. They still sue me. I'm a duck and a sheep. Hell no. What did I do? I invented division process. So let's pay attention. I bought the Lamborghini through a division, and I showed you SSN versus SS4. Is that correct? I guaranteed it SS4. Now, I got no intent to do fraud, but I'm allowed to do the 3-step I invented for me. Maybe you want to write it down for you. I can disconnect, isolate, incorporate. I take that bad piece while I'm running all my companies and businesses and my personal life and my corporation, and I take the bad piece over here. You know what I get to do after 6 months if I can't save it? Under the Federal Protection Act, I'm going to bankrupt the hell out of it and throw it away. See, my goal is to protect my family and the corporation too. Your problem is you're a duck and a sheep. You don't know how to play. You lease a building, division process. Each property, a division too. Who's going to slip and fall and sue you? Screw you up. You have no idea. These silly people on TikTok, Google, and YouTube, and blah, 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 and LLC, and the Macarena. I mean, this is so stupid, it's ridiculous. All right, get an LLC. Go ahead. The CTA is going to kick your ass in January. The bottom line is how you receive money. See, if you receive money, let's do this. Come on. Let's say this is SSN, tax, probate when you're dead. You get the leftover. Live on that. Go for it. The S is for there's no tax due to we're profitable. Oh, we get to pay all the bills first. And then we can look at the Fair Lending Act. Because one card can become 99 more. That's $100 million. Your problem is you don't know how to play. I got to millionaire at 14 and a half. Why didn't you? Now I won't build a corporate umbrella for you if you let me to. Corporate umbrella, you know what I get to do? I want you to fire yourself for the future. If you allow me to build the divisions and 3 of them for you, a corporate umbrella, and then I get the credit reports for you, and I build it up through my system, you can fire yourself eventually within about 6 months or less, and you never have to be a duck or a sheep. But that's up to you. You see, I want you to look at your corporation today if you have one. Check it out with the Secretary of State. Go ahead. You're the incorporated, you're the officer, statement of information. You even probably use your home address too, which 87% of people do. Called stupid. Now you add yourself to the national mailing list and the robocall list nationwide. That's kind of dumb, don't you think? Now do what I did, what I grown-ups told me to put my ducks in a row. I asked what I meant as a kid. They couldn't answer the question too, so I designed it for them. And I can design it for you. When they sue the corp today, they sue you. You're a duck and a sheep. And you go quack, 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 ma. Doesn't that suck? The reality is you can create a line of defense if you want to. You can learn to play. Now, I got a $100 million building right there. How about a $1 million Lamborghini? How about one of the $5 million mansions? How about a $1 million race boat? They all say the Ray Reynolds University.com. I obtained them. Why the hell didn't you? What's wrong with these? Aren't turned up? I obtained these and all kinds of goodies too. I like goodies. You like goodies? You want to see some more goodies? How you can become a corporate millionaire? If you want to, through the corporate structure with E. But I'll get to add you to my system, and I'll show you how I got that $5 million mansion too. We get to play. What's your goal today? Look at the calendar. Please look at the calendar. How many working days are left of this year? Now, basically, I've been helping people in person or online for 45 years. Holding their hand, and we're singing Kumbaya too. Now, this Friday, all right, all the Saturday classes are on Friday versus Saturday. And I do class from 6 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. So all workshops will be on this Friday, the ultimate goal. Because Saturday, I got to be at the church. My son's being baptized, and I get to say some words too. We get to play. But again, I got 941 goals today. I want to show God's glory and help billions of people, probably you. Now, I need you to write down credit loan money. Please write down credit loan money, please. Say, you've had some money. You spent it. You pissed it away? What's wrong with you? Why didn't you reference 3 times 5 before you did that? No, you don't have 100,000 today? Okay. How about I get you 100,000 on a credit card? They give you a checkbook. And then you write the check right back to the corporation, and you put it there and you reference 3 times 5, and they give you up to $1.5 million. Your corporation, as I hold your hand and coach you through the process, you're going to get a franchise and a division and an apartment complex. You're going to create a line of defense because these go up forever. Your problem is you sell stuff. I can't be the bank. I keep it forever. Don't you want financial freedom? Don't you want 1,000 to 50,000 a month income? I don't know what's wrong with you. If I add you to one of my credit cards, well, guess what I get to do? I get to give you my history and ask for separability so you get one right away, as long as you do what I ask you to do. So if you want $1 million of credit, let me know. We have a package for that too. You call the office at 800-254-9506. If you want me to coach you this year and next year, you call the same number too. Now let's understand how to play. See, what we need to do is understand you. I'd like you to take a moment today, look in the mirror for 5 minutes and ask yourself, what did you do yesterday getting towards the $1 million dream? I know you probably sit there going, beep, 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 beep. That's all, folks. I mean, look at you sitting there with your feet up listening to me. Get your ass ready to go. Put those feet down. Let's go get the list. Your problem is, sorry, most of you are lazy. If you get the repo list that came out this morning at 6:12, car, boat, house, apartment complex, duplex, probate list, all right, divorce list, bankruptcy list, how about we sell supply and vendor credit? Come on. I get you $1 million for your corporate each entity and checkbook money, supply and vendor money too. And if you do what I tell you to do, I'm online 6 days a week and teaching class, and as long as you don't follow through, you're going to have about a $10 million company by the time I'm done with you. But the biggest problem I still got is you. Don't think, just do. I like you to make you a money-making machine. Would that be okay? Basically, you can sell 100,000 to $1 million in OPM money. And the system I designed for Dun & Bradstreet too. We get to play and sell products on Amazon and eBay starting today. We could play. Now take a picture of this if you're not a client. Click. You get a call with me live. Oh, you get live workshops, 1, 2, 3, and specialty classes every week for 90 days. Now, based on what you invest, how much credit I'm going to give you back? I like to give you back up to 10 times your money. I want to take away all your damn excuses. I want to get you off your assets and let's go get it. Now, again, that's a Zelle. There you go, too. You can always call the office at 800-254-9506 and talk to one of my specialists, too. We get to play. You like goodies, yeah? How many goodies would you like? You want to see more goodies and goodies and goodies with my name on them all, too? I got the billionaire at 26 under corporate structure. Why the hell didn't you? Now, I accomplished my goals. Every time I hear some idiot say white men can't jump, since I hold the record for the fastest and highest kick on the planet, all right, stupid people say white men can't jump. There's me in 81 holding the record till this day. You want to play yet? I kicked out the lights too. No matter where you come from, you're going to accomplish your goal. The only thing is your mindset too. Now, there's my first car. It was a Lamborghini Countach. Oh, I forgot my race car first before that one. So I guess it was my second one. Isn't that fun? But again, I don't hear no. When they say no, I say thank you. And I walk away and think, okay, they don't know how. Your problem is you listen to no and accept it. No doesn't mean no. That just means they're stupid. They don't know how to play. 1,000 steps to millionaire if you want to play with me. But again, I want you to understand the lifetime legacy. You see, most people get a little piece of something and they don't get much of a legacy, just the memory. I want you to do a couple things right now. Hopefully you have your tablet and pen. I'd like you to write down irrevocable trust. Can you write down UCC1? I'd like you to think about your house as a deed of trust, your car as a pink slip, all the goodies you have in your house or your office today, put them on a UCC1. File the county recorder's office, turn it to a chattel mortgage, tie it to the irrevocable trust. See, when we're dead, we'll know where our goodies go. Don't you know where your goodies go today? Or someone going to walk through your whatever you got like a swap meet. That sucks. You see, the Kennedys, the Gettys, the Fords, the Hiltons, the Firestones, they left a legacy for their children to take over. That's the right way to do. I live by 3 things. I plan the problem, I plan to live, I plan to die. Because that's what you got to do. Draw the diagram in front of you. Corporation with divisions. Bank of America's bankrupt 5,000 locations called branch numbers. All right, Chase Bank, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank, Sam's Club, Geico, Cities. See, your problem is you didn't learn to play. I want you to stop bringing the pain home starting today and become a certified CFO and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Now, I want you to think about my blueprint. I started for me when I was a little boy. I call it see it, believe it, go get it. I started at 9 years old at the Torrance Library. See it, believe it, go get it. Anything else is just an excuse. So understand you have 5 things you need to write down right now because you're treading water and you're wasting time and playing it safe. Write it down. You need a real 750, not with a care credit, credit card like First Premier or whatever crap. You need real. You need a corp and divisions. You need $1 million of cash, credit, checkbook money, supply money. And then you need, these are things you need. This is your checklist. Did you write it down? Without that, you're not going to get to millionaire. From there, you draw the corporation again with divisions. You basically put your ducks in a row, and you let me basically protect you and repackage you. You see, that's how you stop bringing the pain home. Ultimate goal. But it's up to you to pay attention today. I got my TV and radio show starting next year. Ultimate goal. You know what? I help rich and famous people too. I've actually incorporated 2 presidents of the United States of America too. But they listen better than most of you. What did you do? You had your kitchen table meeting with your friends and family. We're going to start a business, honey. All right, and what did you do? Hopefully someone's smart enough to say, what something goes wrong? You jacked up your cards, you got stuck, you can't get any more, you can't run out diddly squat. And you backed yourself in a corner and they hawked your house too. I'm sorry, I call that stupid. Or you never had to do that if you did that. Sorry. The goal was never to bring the pain home. I don't think you're stupid. I just think you follow like ducks and sheep, and half you're lazy. Now, write down today's date. We're going to project 90 working days. You're going to fall down 1,000 times, and you're going to win 10. There's what you get to do. Wouldn't that be fun with me? Now, I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago. Page 6 is cash flow for your time, even though someone else tried to use that and steal it too. Do you know what happened to me? 2009, I'm in a coma, and I got to die. You know what happened while I was there in the coma? My wife told everybody he's going to die. All right, she went to the office of One Technology Drive over on Spectrum. She found Ron stealing my books and CDs. Tom sold my websites and my phone numbers too. They hear I'm going to die. The people I trust the most are going to stab me in the back. Well, that's what they did. You know what happened next? Don't ever call the phone number on my CDs. It's actually a porn site to this day because that's what he did. So understand, if you want a copy of the Millionaire's Founders Kit that I sold at the Bonavista for 32 years for $5,000 a set, 12 books and CDs, full blueprint to build a $1 million corporation, today it's $99. And all you got to do is Zelle, and write down $99 in books and CDs, RW, and your address to ship it to, and your phone number too. Simple. I like simple. You need some help, call the office, 800-254-9506. Now, starting a business, running a business is kind of hard to do because of people around you. You don't know if they're going to knock you off the cliff, going to catch it, or you're going to fall off and die. Remember, as long as you're trying, you're not dying. Now, me, it's very simple. Ever since I was 2.5 years old, I have to get up at 2:25 like this morning. If I got up at 2:30, the abuser would get me. So I get to my knees at 2:25 today, say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. And then I go look in the mirror. See, when you're living in hell, you don't get a mommy and a daddy or family and have nobody in the world. You got to put yourself in check, or you got to feel sorry for yourself. I put myself in check every day. Your problem is you listen to your friends and family that never made it anyway. And guess what? They cloud your direction. Because I don't think they made the million to billion, did they? So July 4th, 2009, I got 3 yachts in the backyard. I'm with millions and billions. I'm helping people 6 days a week. My wife wants to take out one of the yachts to watch the fireworks. Okay, honey, no problem. How many people? Which yacht we're going to take? You know what happened? The next day I get to die. Well, that kind of sucks. It ruined my whole day. Died at 5:41. I get to hear what's going on in the room. It's really weird. I hear my tax attorney trick my wife to sign a POA. I heard the nurse ask my wife if I was a donor. And then Jesus said, stay in peace or go back. I said, go back. So I understand something today. I want to use my life as an example to show you that I'm God's example for you. I moved 24 times by the time I'm 11.5 years old. All right, I've been shot twice, knifed 6 times. So the reality is I've been through a lot, but you know what I still got to? Million to billion. Now I'm God's true example if you pay attention today. I got a book coming out this year. Jesus is not a drive-through. See, being a Christian is a way of life, not a moment in time. I got another one called Bite Your Tongue, Love Longer. Men have to learn to shut up. Why? Because a woman's like a tape recorder, and they got to just bite their tongue, love longer. I got one, Fighting the Monster Within. How about bullshit that pay your bills? I see a lot of that on TikTok, YouTube, and Google. A lot of BS. I mean, come on, it's ridiculous. Get an LLC? No, please don't do that. Fighting the pain within. We got choices today. So I'm going to show you how to get past go. Is that okay? I think you're all stuck. Why don't I show you the Lamborghini collection? One of the Duffys. How about we show you one of the mansions? How about white men do jump and stupid people say we don't? How about more Lamborghinis? How about race boats in the backyard and helicopters? U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris too? I call it Ray's Rules. Is that okay? I'll show you just a couple goodies I obtained. Now remember, my blueprint's called what? See it, believe it, go get it. Because I think half the world's lazy, the other ones are full of you know what too. I want to play and hold your hand so I can coach you every step of the way. Credit repair. I mean, how many stupid people could be stupid enough to pay a credit repair company $100+ a month for 2 years and still have shitty credit? What do they think? They got a magic wand? Hell, mine's broken. Can I borrow theirs? BS is BS. Federal Trade says they're a fraud and can't collect money up front. What are you supposed to do? Why don't you write down Section 611 and find out what you do for yourself? See, understand, if you got a collection account, you better man up, woman up. You can't rip off your credit and expect to get a 750 score. So the ultimate goal, what are we going to do? Number 1, negotiate in the open collection account. Number 2, all cards, 25, 28%, but 2 with the sticky. And from there, wrap and rescore. That I invented that process 39 years ago. I've been around a long time. So guess what you get now? 750. Then you have to learn the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. People aren't stupid. They're just lazy or they don't follow through, and they're so busy not knowing how to play the game and win. So today, let's give you 25 steps right away. Number 1, we have Intuit Credit Karma. They bought it December 3rd, 2020. No phone number to help you. What I like to do is analyze your credit within 24 hours. I like to tell you flat out, from my words to my mouth to yours, in 750 score within 90 working days if you do exactly what I tell you to do. And don't worry, I'll call you a case number usually on a Saturday at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time in rotation. This Friday is the Saturday instead. We get to play. Now here's the form you didn't pay attention to. It says name to be shown on card, full name of birth other than above. You see, an SS5 form equals SSN in 1040. Nothing to do with your personal credit in the first place. Your Social Security card is not even your card. Pull it out of your personal wallet right now. It'll say do not laminate, do not carry with you, do not use for ID purposes, in property of Social Administration, not you. See, you got this number for one reason, to create your 1040 tax return. That's what it was for. Next, we have to learn to play. Now, let's understand, when you got your paycheck a long time ago, that first job, you thought they were ripping you off. Where's my money? I barely work, but I want to get paid for being lazy too. But guess what happens? They said, the IRS gets their cut, you get the leftover. That's what makes us a bunch of ducks and sheep. Your problem is you didn't learn to play. And by the way, the United States of America Incorporated too, irs.gov. 1244. Now, what I like to do is teach you how to rebuild your life and how you basically balance your debt and never screw up and break even. So understand today, if you balance your debt, you'll maintain a 750 and above, and you'll never screw up again. The next thing, you got to learn to play the game and learn to win. Now, remember, TRW stood for The Report's Wrong, or Thomas Raymond Woolridge, as I'm training Ken Yarborough, and then we were bought out by Asperian too in 1986. See, the system is very simple. All cards use this, but 2. It's simple. It is basically good, fair, or hell no. But again, even the NACB certified me as the #1 consultant worldwide. We get to play. Remember what I said? SSN, tax, and probate, and then we get the leftover. SS4, no taxes due till we're profitable. Here we pay all the bills and pay tax on the leftover. Here they get paid first, and we're barely getting any leftover. Which way will work? See, your problem is you. You need to learn how to play the game and learn how to balance your debt. Now, I like to repackage your SSN so you're a CFO for the corp and the divisions. Then I like to get you an SS4 and teach you how to play. 26 ways to do that too. Choose wisely. Put your ducks in a row under the same corporate umbrella and learn to play. See, that's the only way you're going to win today. There's that form SS5. Let's compare it to SS4. Is that okay if we compare it to SS4? Line 1 says legal name of entity, bank, grocery store, city, or individual name. Isn't that fun? Now, if we dissect this form and pay attention this time, you'll find out it says banking and credit purposes per entity. You see, your problem is you didn't learn to play the game and win. Now, your corporation should only do 4 things. Buffer tax means no taxes due till you're profitable. Corporate credits a write-off. The car's fleet price and get the free buffet at the hotel. That's all the corporation should do. The division is your line of defense. They're cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports, separate liability for real estate. That's your line of defense. I build you a corporate umbrella, get the tax IDs and build you the reports and build you $1 million of credit. Would that be okay? From their divisions, you're not liable because your name's not on it either. We get to play. And you know what I'll do? I'll guarantee what I say I can do. As long as you're part of the program, you follow through, and you go to class and not following you up. Now, if you violate and jack up cards and apply for during the program and screw up your wrap or rescore, that's on you. I will charge you a fee or close your case. Now, past can't chase future, so you got to solve the problem within the open collection account. There's 5 ways to kill a debt. IRS, they got a form too. 656, 433 A and B. You can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. It won't work. So there's step 3. Now let's play. That 750 is waiting for you. So if you let me analyze you within 24 hours, and you let me do a rapid rescore, I'll show you how I got this person 96 points in 3 days and created a bunch of green lights. Is that okay if I do that for you too? Now 750 is waiting for you, but you got to pay attention. So understand, here's a nice lady. She don't have shitty credit, but she's got a 651. Why we got a 651, Ray? I said, why are you using half your credit cards? My attorney, my CPA, my banker told me to. That's dumb, dumb, and dumber. So what do we have to do? Rapid rescore, balance your debt, and get you an 801. Is that okay? Now, these people are tricked by a bankruptcy attorney to file bankruptcy. I'd never file bankruptcy ever unless they're going to garnish my wages or they're going to steal my house tomorrow in court. If not, there's another way to play. Here's $500 where you build them up, and away. They got 11 collection accounts. I got them 3,000 to start them out. Would you like me to rebuild you too? If you let me rebuild you, rapid rescore, you go to class usually on Saturday. This will be Friday this week instead. And what do you get to do? $9.99. And I gave you 1,000 card back to you to reimburse you and take away your damn excuses. But on the program, I discounted half price for you for $4.99. And the card becomes $500, which means you can take a picture now, and sell. Ray Reynolds recipient, Ray or Ray'sCredit.com, RW, what you sell for, put your name and phone number there too. Simple. That's why they have a message. We get to play, or you can call the office right away, 800-254-9506. Now, here's another problem you got today. Yeah, you got a lot of problems you got to redo because you didn't pay attention for you. You know that voter list of your voter to? They sell it 412 times a year. How about a cable bill? How about a corporation? Why don't you call, all right, the national mailing list and remove your name, 888-567-8688. Opt out for 5 years. Number's right in front of you. See, you could learn to play step number 4. The next thing, number 5, we have to do is plan the problem. You allowed a friend and family member to rip you off. You spent thousands and the crap didn't work. Here's safety credit with the sticky. What I want you to do, create a line of defense. I'm going to hold your hand every step of the way. The way it was designed years ago by me for Yarborough, true. 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So let's understand today with that discipline, you can maintain a 750 and above forever. But the problem with you say you got an emergency. Instead of thinking or asking me a question, you jack it up, you got stuck, you can't get any more, and you can write out dilly squat. That's called stupid. And you're not stupid. There are 2 cards in the United States of America. They're like house and car, as long as you maintain the payment. They never screw your credit up again. And with that discipline, guess what you get to do? As long as you maintain the payment, you can max the sucker out $1 million. There's no excuse now. Now, when you lose your job, have an emergency, what do? You have excuses. You run out of time, you run out of money, and you can't wait to jack up your cards and screw them up again. And tell the world, feel sorry for me. Nobody cares. Understand, if you needed 5,000 now, it's simple. When you need it, ask the friends, family, the bank, they all say no. The average person wastes $50 every other day. This card, if I max it out, it's $50 a month. They say you waste $140 a week. That's $600 a month. I take 50,000 off this card today, I write it all off, the payment's $612.26. That means I can basically get 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-through during a pandemic. Using some common sense. Now, white man, you jump. Just stupid people say we don't. Oh, Nixon took the gold standard out. Now I need you to write down Ray's rules. Can you do that for me, please? 29% utilization, 71,000 of safety. Protect your family. From now on, write it down. The only thing that screws up in your life is a division with no intent to do fraud. If you run the division process for your corp and your life, you'll never bring the pain to the corp or your family. So that's how your cake can eat it too. Step 7, Ray's rules. Become a certified CFO, never bring the pain home. It's about time you learn to play. But that's going to be up to you to pay attention to me today. There I am laying there dead. I wish I could have said, boo. Why don't you Google the address today? Find out I'm telling you the truth. I basically was crippled at 5.5, never to walk. Jesus said, get up. I freaked them all out. I got to die in the last coma and come back and help you. The devil's trying to hold us back and knock us down, but God's delays aren't God's denials. We get to play. I like to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty, my way, because your way sucks. Sorry to say. I've been helping people for 45 years, generation after generation. You want to play? Corporations are what again? Legal person may sue or be sued? The bottom line is the lack of knowledge just makes people do stupid things. And that sucks. Divisions are your line of defense, people. I invented the process in 85, 86. So we're going to play my way. I'm going to build you a corporate umbrella up to $1 million. I'm going to take and get you a tax ID. My system will create a Experian TransUnion Equifax instantly, and I'll get you some cash cards and line you up for checkbook money. Will that be okay if you learn to play with me? Ultimate goal, 9 divisions up to 1 million, 41 up to basically 5 million. It's a numbers game. Check your corp again. Your name's on it too. Officers List Incorporated, and you use your home address. If you did, that's kind of stupid, huh? You're on the national mailing list and the robocall list too. Why don't you use a mailbox etc. And you learn to play and put your ducks in a row? And because if they sue the corp right now, they sue you, and that kind of sucks. Why didn't you get the line of defense and protect the corp and your family? Isn't that about time? You get to play. Now this is pathetic. I lost my job. I got 2 kids to feed. Get off your ass. Go get an Uber. Drive an Uber or a Lyft. Go to the church. Get some food. This is pathetic. Get off your butt. Hey, give me a break. I came out of a coma. They stole my billions and millions. What did I do? Sold my wedding ring, sold my Rolex, my necklace, my bracelet. I had 12 garage sales in Huntington Beach. I got cited 3 damn times. This man needs to get off his assets and go get a corp, because you can become your own damn employee right away. It'll build itself. It's ridiculous. So we can play. And I designed my program pretty simple. I want to get you $100,000 to $1 million card times 9. Would that be okay? Then I want to get you checkbook money for every division. That's about 2.5 million. So if you let me play, and I'll teach you how to daisy chain your credit too, we get to win. Now divisions are pretty simple. If I do the divisions, I add 2,000 of history. I build a corporate umbrella. Under that, very simple. Each division is $4.99. You get 3 for $14.97. The ultimate goal. And now if you don't Zelle, you call the office right away. Simple. I like goodies. You like goodies yet? I've been collecting goodies and having fun since I was a little boy because I didn't listen to stupid people. The reality is you should have $1 million of credit cards. You should have 5 million of checkbook money, and we get to play. But again, that's up to you to pay attention today. Making a money-making machine. How will we sell, supply and vendor credit? An OPM, and we use Dun & Bradstreet program that I created years ago, selling on Amazon and eBay. So if I rebuild you here, the next thing on the corporate divisions is the Green Spark Unlimited times 9, the B of A times 9, the Wells Fargo times 9, all right, the Ink card times 9, and then we want to turn around the gold times 9. There's up to 5 million and only 5 cards. I have my favorite 10. Now you have to learn about checkbook money too. Checkbook money is pretty simple, unsecured, business line of credit up to 150, as long as you have a 2-year corporation. If you have one this year, then wait till January. We have only one left if you want one from us today. These are my 5 favorite for checkbook money. And you can get up to 5.4 million if you want per entity. Ultimate goal, learning to play. But you have to have a 2-year corporation anyway. The office will sell it to you for $9.99. If you want it half price right now, you basically have to Zelle or call the office right away during this program with me. So you get it for $4.99. Again, there's your Zelle. There's your phone number too. Ultimate goal, I got specialty classes. All right, usually in 8:30 on every Saturday, but it'll be this Friday instead. So this Friday we got what? Special classes, divisions, subdivisions. And what we do is $9.99 for 90 days of specialty classes, or it's $4.99 per class. And that's half the fun. See, your thing you have to realize is one thing. When I build you corporate credit, you're going to use borrow money, all right, because it's not taxable, to buy your lifetime income. The only thing can screw up in the future, having your cake eaten too, is the division. Ray's rules. Become a certified CFO, never bring the pain home. The reality is, if I gave you $1 million check today, what would you do? Sorry, you probably put it in your personal bank account. I call that dumb. I would have referenced 3 times 5, turn it to 15 million. Put it in the court, pay all the bills first, and pay tax on the leftover. See, you should learn to leverage money. But again, that's only step number 8 today. How about we look at the United States of America Incorporated? 50 corps called states, states called corps called cities, and then they invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy, case blank hits the fan. You could have did the same thing too if you followed through, but the reality is you can't have any intent to do fraud. Ultimate goal, step number 9. Why don't you Google bankruptcy today? Just in case the next thing something goes wrong in your personal business life, you'll understand they allow SSN or SS4. It'll be up to you to play the game. Let me add you to my credit system. I get to build you up to $1 million of credit. As long as you go to class and follow through, you don't fall in your what? You get to win. Now, I don't know why people spend thousands on a corp. It's called stupid. I've been giving them for 45 years for free. The reality is very simple. You just pay a little filing fee. So credit rebuilding, rapid score, articles, also tax ID. When I give them for free, I do the office list and even the tax ID. And then I coach them through the classes as well. They just paid their filing fee. Setup in level 1 is every Wednesday at 10 a.m. and normally on Saturday, but this week it's on Friday. And I'm going to charge you exactly what you waste in a month. This is $9.99. But then I'm going to give you $5,000 of credit back to you. Don't worry, nobody does this on the planet besides me. I'm going to give you 5 times your money back. Simple to do. I'm going to analyze you, add history, and start popping credit as soon as possible. And that way you get that offer today, as long as you call Zell, or you call the office at 800-254-9506. Beat your doubt, run your race, get out of my way where I rebuild you, please. Because I think you're just in my way. Gideon Pasco, God's gift, the mansions in the harbor, the race boats and the yachts, I say Ray Reynolds University.com, the helicopters, the buildings, the Lamborghinis too. I'd like you to change your driver's license to a P.O. box. That way you protect your privacy, but that's up to you too. That's step number 12. Now, the biggest problem you got is you and your car. Why? Because when you bought your car, you let them sweat you for 3 to 5 hours at that dealership. They treat you like a duck and a sheep. You know they did. You lost 20,000 plus. On top of that, you got 9 inquiries too. Up to that. That's not how you buy a car. See, a car should be fleet price, tax ID division. Here's one of our cars now. Doesn't need gap insurance. Gets to write it all off too. So understand, when you buy a house today, you don't put 2 people on the loan. You don't create loan to value for 2 people. That'd be kind of dumb. Now, if you lose the house or the car, and the car should be yours, don't worry. The creditor will report it to the base of the credit bureaus, and you'll have shitty credit. And then they'll report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. So now you have an IRS problem, and now you got double shitty credit. Sorry, you do. So if you make the registering of a car division, and there's a bumpity bump, you protect the corp and your family. But that's up to you, learning to plan the problem. Next thing we have to think about is every property you ever get should be a division. Why? You don't know who's going to fall and sue you and screw you up too. Your paycheck should be offset by your house payment. Amazon didn't pay tax on the first $10 billion to double trillion now. They know how to play. You see, there's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. He bought Twitter literally within 24 hours in front of the world with a line of credit. I think he's twilly D and twilly dumb. Now, X marks the spot, but he's got a spaceship. And the other guy has a spaceship too. So you could actually join the club and learn to win the game if you want to play. But it's up to you. Step number 15 today. Run your life through a corporation or conjunction, or pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. So it works. You see, your paycheck's taxable income. You got the leftovers, so you pay the car payment, the gas, registration, insurance. I'd be yelling no if I was you. The corporation should pay all that before you. And you can drive a company car like I do, step 17. Now, I'd like you to get an SS4 today, irs.gov, and find out it says banking and credit purposes right in your face. You see, you never had to bring the pain home in the first place. You did it because you didn't know how to play. Shame on you, you didn't come find me. We get to play every step of the way. Now every woman at the hospital, she signs the SS5 form for the baby. Everything to me is rules and tools. So it's like basically when you buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. You have a house today, it's not in a trust. So when they sue you, they screw you up and you're going to take it away. And when you die, it's stuck into probate. Well, that kind of sucks too. You hire the contractor to fix it up. They hire the subcontractor to stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. When they slip, fall, and cut corners, you know what they do? They kind of screw you up too. My way, they get diddly squat. Would that be okay if you learn about irrevocable trust too? Step number 19. 6 more to go. Stop bringing the pain home. See, if you want to be a tax protester and you don't want to pay your taxes, file that. Just go to prison like Wesley Snipes. That's where you belong. And his CPA's attorneys talk about stupid people. All right, he went to prison for 3 years and $5 million fine. That's called stupid. All right, so understand the IRS.gov. They have a form called 656. If you try to play that game, get back in the system. But understand today, step 20 for you. Learn to buy and be an OPM. Up to 70% discount. You don't pay a bill up to 90 days. You close escrow, got 200,000. You leverage it 15 million. All right, borrow money is not taxable. And you set up the line of defense. Step 21. That's blackjack. You get to win. Wouldn't that be a concept if you paid attention to me? Now, here's my law office. 2009. I felt good. First time in my life, I was proud of myself. 22,000 square foot building, one technology driver, run Spectrum, locations in 3 other states. I'm doing up to $1 million a day. God allows me to go into coma and steal my life. I had to go come out and be broke again and repackage it in front of you. I guess that was his plan, but I took my plan, and what I did when I was 9, I set it up, see it, believe it, go get it, and that's what I did. And then I took out my 5 closet divisions. So you should have 3 divisions if you have 5 closet divisions. You need a backup in the closet because you bring the pain home, and that sucks. But that's up to you. Then I built another $1 million of credit. Then I bought $1 million of property again and again. Why haven't you? What's wrong with you? These aren't turned up. Step 22, 1,000 steps to millionaire. All right, I'm online 45 years, online or in person. And this Friday, all the classes are on Friday versus Saturday. You want to play? You better show up. You better play about credit, loan, and money. See, that's financial freedom. You should start with $1,000 to $50,000 a month residual income. That's where your biggest screw up is. You didn't build residual income. All right, you keep having the same damn rerun. So if you're not a client, click one call with me, 90 days, level 1, 2, and specialty classes based on your investment, how much credit you get back to you. Ultimate goal. So understand today, if you want me to give you $100,000 on a card, I got to add you to the card, add history. You got to follow through, and I'm going to ask for separate billing for you. But I charge 10%. That's 10 grand. But again, it's discounted today if you want. As long as you Zelle $39.99, you get a 60% discount. If it was Zelle, Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@raisecredit.com, and put RW in your Zelle and your name and your phone number too. From here, understand the corporation's a legal what? Person. If you allow me to set up your divisions, I'll show you how you never bring the pain to the corporate, your family. That's called your line of defense. 9 divisions up to 1 million, 41 up to 5 million. That's how we work. And understand today, divisions, they're $4.99 each, and you get 3 for $14.97. So you can Zelle, or call the office right away. Simple. What would you do? What are you willing to lose? Come on. When you play a game, you have to lose. So are you willing to lose family, corporation, or division? I designed this so we both get checkmate. You understand that? We both get to win. Step 23. We get to play. Now, I like reaching the dream. I like basically thinking be the impossible. I've done it all my life. Don't you want some goodies too? I'll teach you how to be a certified CFO through corporate divisions up to $1 million. We could play. But again, today, if you have joint credits just in the way, you buy a house, it's just go close Homestead Trust. Corporation, don't pay anything. Get it for free. Pay the little filing fee and get a division for real estate, franchise, current business, in line of defense, raise rules. I give bonus cash credit to take away excuses, and so you can write it all off and go get the American dream. That's step 24. By the way, and if all you want from me is a 750 score, okay, let's analyze you. Let's do a rapid rescore. Let's add you to the program. Go to class. Don't fall in your wad. And let's charge you instead of $9.99 today. Normally, we're going to charge you $4.99 half price. And you still get a $500 card back to you. You get reimbursed as we help rebuild you with you. Then if you want the starter package that comes with the corporation and setup in level 1 and tax ID and officers list 2, you pay a little filing fee to the state. $9.99, they give you $5,000 of credit back to you. I have no excuses, neither do you. Analyze, add history, and pop credit right away. Ultimate goal, that's what we get to do. But that is a Zelle now. Or you call the office at 800-254-9506. See, when you want to give referrals, I will bill more credit or I'll Zelle you back 10%. But that person better name your name when they sign up. If not, they blew it for you. And that's the ultimate goal. That's why I give you my email too. So understand, a corporation with divisions, because your bank's bankrupt locations, branch numbers, Sam's Club, Geico, cities right around you. And if you play with division process, you can stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Look behind the curtain. Stop bringing the pain home. Stay safe, stay strong. We do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So let's understand today your opportunity is up to you. Ray Reynolds, the Godfather, credit me. I've been helping people for a long time. You want me to rebuild you? You let me know. All you got to do is Zelle now. From there, if you don't, you can always just call the office at 800-254-9506. I like to have the chance to repackage your life so you don't bring the pain home ever again. And always remember, we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.